I welcome you to this session of ISO 9001-2015, and today we are going to talk about clause number 7.1.5, monitoring and measuring resources. And under this clause, the very first general clause, 7.1.5.1 general. So today we will talk about this clause, and as usual, I'll first of all read out the requirement to you as given in the standard. So clause 7.1.5, monitoring and measuring resources. Under this 7.1.5.1 general, the organization shall determine and provide the resources needed to ensure valid and reliable results when monitoring or measuring is used to verify the conformity of products and services to requirements. The organization shall ensure that the resources provided, A and B, there are two clauses in this. A are suitable for a specific type of monitoring and measurement activities being undertaken, and B are maintained to ensure their continuing fitness for their purpose. And last para is, the organization shall retain appropriate documented information as evidence of fitness for purpose of the monitoring and measurement resources. So this is all in this clause, and now let us discuss it in more detail. So as the topic goes, it is regarding the monitoring and measuring resources. That means the devices which we use for monitoring and measurement during the process of producing the products or delivering the service. These monitoring and measuring resources have got to be provided. So first of all, the organization has to determine what resources are needed and then provide these resources needed to ensure that valid and reliable results are obtained when monitoring or measurement is used to verify the conformity of products and services to the requirements of the product and service as we have promised to the customer, and to the requirements of this international standard, and to any other requirement that is necessary to be fulfilled, like regulatory requirements. So this is how we have to ensure that the organization determines all the resources needed for doing this job and list them down, document them, and then arrange to provide these resources to the people working on the machines, to the people who are manning these operations for generating these products or providing these services. So we have to ensure that the necessary resources are provided for monitoring and measuring the items are provided, and the valid and reliable results when monitoring and measuring is used to verify conformity of product to the requirement is obtained. That means our monitoring and measuring devices, they are working properly, they are properly checked and verified and validated, and then only we are using them. So the organization shall ensure that the resources provided, that means monitoring and measurement resources that we provide to the people who are working on the operations, these resources have got to be suitable for the specific type of monitoring and measurement activities being undertaken, and B are maintained to ensure their continuing fitness for their purpose. That means the devices should continue to work properly. If we find that there is some malfunction in the device, then it has to be recalibrated. It has to be checked and maintained and recalibrated for the purpose, and then only it should be used. So we have to maintain these devices so that they remain fit during use. So the organization, last para is that the organization shall retain appropriate documented information. That means we have to maintain the records. What devices we are using, what are their parameters, what are their limits, when do they need calibration, when were they last calibrated, when is the next calibration due. All this thing has got to be monitored and recorded. So records of monitoring have to be maintained as evidence of fitness for the purpose of monitoring and measurement resources. So these resources which we are using, they have got to be maintained, and records are supposed to be created to ensure that all the devices are listed, they are periodically calibrated, and the next calibration due date is mentioned, and we are maintaining the records of calibration and also the calibration certificate of the device against which our device was calibrated. That also has got to be maintained, because that has got a mention in the calibration certificate. So when the auditor is checking the calibration certificate, he may ask for that copy of that certificate of the device against which your device has been calibrated. So please ensure that you have got both the certificates available for each device, and each device has got to be numbered. It should not happen that there are several measuring tapes and you don't know which tape is which one and which certificate belongs to which particular measuring device. Every device has got to be having a specific identification number, and the calibration certificate has to be linked with that number so that there is no confusion in checking the calibration status of these devices. So calibration records have got to be maintained, and calibration must be got done from authorized resources who are also duly certified. NABL certified people only should be allowed to calibrate your or such organizations who have NABL certification only should be allowed to calibrate your measuring device. So your certificate should clearly indicate whether this agency through which you have got the calibration done, whether it is NABL certified or not. So this is very essential. Please keep it in mind and maintain your certificates accordingly. So the records have got to be maintained, and that's all in this clause. This is a small clause but an important clause, and I hope you have understood the requirement fully and completely. But by chance, if there is anything which is not clear to you, please give your comment below this video and I will try to explain to you again. And if you are liking my videos, please give me a thumbs up, give me a like, and also share my videos with your friends and colleagues who are also following ISO 9001-2015 either in your organization or elsewhere, but they are known to you, so that they can also take advantage of the exchange of knowledge which is taking place between us. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and also press the bell icon so that as and when I load my video, the information will reach you and you will be able to see my videos without any delays. I am normally loading my videos around 10 o'clock every Sunday. So see you again on next Sunday. Bye bye. See you.